Yo. So the last couple of, the last 2 days I've been working on doing this. Been putting all these lines in and all these power lines and lights, and it hasn't actually taken me 2 days to do it. It's just I have obligations at work and family and stuff. So where I've had the time, I've just come in and just tried ploughing through it. So I put a lot of them in. I've still got a fair bit to do. I've still got down here to do, and down here. I've still got to put these poles and that over here as well. But I thought I'd show you how much work it actually takes just to put a couple of these in. It may seem like I'll just slap them in, but there is a lot of work involved in doing it. So I'm actually going to do this part over here. This is a bit more complicated. That part over there is pretty flat. So I actually need to take these out and move them over here. So when I first put these in, I thought I could. I thought this was just going to be ba 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 ba. But I'm actually going to take every other one out. So this one will be coming out. 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 Or I might leave them in and just keep the lights every other two. A bit like here, but I haven't taken the lights out. These lights for every other two. Alright. I didn't realise I could actually take some lights out. I'll take that one out here. Didn't realise that. Bonus. Anyway. This is what I'm going to do. First I'm going to grab one of these because I know it's the right size. Get in the right place more or less. It's not too bad. A bit high if anything, so I'm going to lower those. Same with this. So just by getting one of these done, it does take a lot of faff. Out there walking the park. Oops. That one's actually fit quite well. Surprised about that. Now I need to find and see if there's enough clearance. There is more, so I have to move this up. problem is having these lines like this now, I can't jump because these actually have collision. Show collision. See. So I may have to take all the collision on board this. Might keep it in just for the molds. I don't know yet. So, last but not least, back there. Yeah. Oh, look. That's my missus making me a nice coffee. Thank you, darling. Yeah, that was my fiancée. This is 2001 to be. Right, so now all that's in. I want to put a light going up that way, so troubleshoot that. A bit lower. Whoa. And that's that done, more or less. I should take that one out. So a lot of it done. So all I got to do now is put the posts over here, which won't take long. I could just copy and paste these over because they're practically the same. And ooh, bless me. Yeah, and put the lines and lights in, and then I'll start putting stone. Yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I'll put the lights and some lens flares in. Main reason for the lens flares is to kind of hinder the snipers. I'm not sure if I've already said this, but this map is a heaven, it's a haven even for snipers. Especially here, snipers always snipe these tunnels because in the original map, you could snipe from the top to this crossroads. I've tried my best to stop that by putting this arch in. Until you notice the arch, this is practically what the tunnel is in the original Renegade map. Straight and comes down a little bit. They could still kind of snipe. This here is basically stop that. I got the same thing going on here, and so they can't hide around the corner. That's the only reason for it. These are straight. I think in the original map, Red Room, still need to put the room in. I have to reinstall Renegade to actually look at it. Same here. I put the lights and that in down here as well. I'm going to do a trick for that. So let me get all these pylons and lights and wires and that in, and I'll show you that. See you then. Ta. Yo! I think this is running. Yeah, it's running. Awesome. Right, so I got all these lights and everything in now, and well, the trick I want to show is basically I need to put a point light in front of every single one of these, every single one of the lamps. Right? Instead of just placing light after light after light after light, which is practically the same as placing these, I can kind of use a trick, a hack, if you will. It's not a hack, but it allows me to place a lot more than I would have to in any other circumstance. I use this quite a lot. Basically what you do is do what I just did, is copy everything you want to put something in front of, make a copy of it, drag it down, yeah. And then right click it, make sure everything's highlighted, and then replace with. If you have something selected in the content browser, you can replace it with that, but in this case I want to replace with a light. Well, you see now that the light is actually in the pivot point. So there's the pivot point, there's the absolute centre. There's a bit of a problem when it comes to lights, to doing this. So what I'm going to do now, right, is give these lights a tag. I'm going to call these tunnel underscore lamp underscore lights. I could put them on their own layer, but I'm not going to do that yet. I'm hoping I can add a locate. What I'm going to have to do now is select each one, right, and just bring them forward a little bit. It's easy enough done. Just in this case, everything's rotated on the Z-axis, so I just bring out the Z-axis. I'll be back once I've done all that, and then I'll show you the next part. So yeah, that didn't take me long. I got all these lights done now. I've moved them all. I think I moved every single one of them. Yep, done all them, done all them, done all them. Yep. Yep. So now, another little trick, right, is find the binoculars, get a tag, then I can do tunnel. You should find every single one with tunnel in the name. Go to, onto them all, got them all selected. And now I want a lens flare. Lots of lens flares. I want like a lamp lens flare floodlight. That's perfect. So what I'm going to do now is exactly the same as what I did before. Make a copy and not have that happen. Back to world. I want it pretty much in exactly the same spot, and I'm going to get rid of this tag because I think the tag will carry over. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I'm just going to do it just in case. Replace with, now that I have that selected in here, it should be in here like it is. Replace with them. They are massive, so I'm going to bring them down. Oops, that's not bringing them down. That's just totally not working. But yeah, there's loads of them in here now. I'm going to have to tone them all down. F4, display, movement, draw scale, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. Draw distance, LD, max draw distance, 10. No, up to 1,000. Basically just so I get one at a time. Right now that looks a bit of a mess, but what I do need to do is get all these. That's not what I wanted, but there we go. F4. Well, bring down the radius of these. I'm going to change this slightly to a yellow. Brightness is okay. Right, I want it to cast shadows. I don't want it to cast dynamic shadows. I want it to be static. I don't want it to be dynamic. That's about it, really. Okay. Quickly build lights. Do preview because there's a lot of lights now. It's taken me quite a long time to get this far, just on this little bit, and yeah, I'm quite happy with it. There's still a lot more that I want to do to this. I'll probably be grouping some of these together and merging them. I'm not exactly sure how the how it's going to be handled. I'll probably just use current instead of a current volume. Oops. I'm getting 60 frames all over here, so that's good. You see how this is going to hinder people? I gotta get rid of them as well. So as I'm here, select this class, F4, collision, don't collide with actors, don't block actors. Don't block camera, just don't block anything except for weapons. Default. Should be collision. Block, no, block weapons. Don't be a rigid body. Play from here. That will also give. Oops. Oh, missed it again. Now I can jump through. This will also give a bit more optimization. I'll probably get rid of them on that as well. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Just going to add a lot more to the actual ambience of this. A lot of this you won't see because there'll be rocks in the way. But yeah, quite happy with this. So it's like with an actual character for a second. Copies. Moving for game mode, Ren-x. Blah 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 blah. Done. Play from here. No, that's not Ren-x. All properties, Ren-x. Game type, that's why. Ren-x game, Empire Ren-x game. That's it. Play from here. It doesn't exactly take you long to get up here either. That's a really good thing. Whee! Oh, I'm dead. And I'll see you in the next one. Well, I'll probably be putting this into the map.